My son dumped his disabled wife in the forest at midnight, believing no one would ever find her. He never noticed the mysterious man standing between the trees, watching every cruel second in silence. If you want to hear more stories like this, please subscribe to our YouTube channel Silent Revenge Story, share this video, and don't forget to press the bell icon so our upcoming videos can reach you easily. Thank you. My name is Robert Hale, and admitting this truth feels heavier than carrying a coffin. I am the father of a man who abandoned his own wife like trash, and the night I discovered what my son had done, something inside me died forever. My son's name is Ethan Hale. I raised him alone after his mother died in a car accident when he was 12. I worked construction by day and cleaned offices at night. I missed birthdays, school events, and sleep, but I never missed teaching him one thing: never hurt someone weaker than you. Or at least I thought I taught him that. Ethan married Laura Bennett 3 years ago. Laura was disabled from the waist down after a drunk driver shattered her spine, but she never let bitterness take over her soul. She laughed easily, loved deeply, and treated Ethan like he was the center of her universe. She used a wheelchair, yes, but her heart walked further than most people ever do. In the beginning, Ethan played the role of the devoted husband perfectly. He pushed her wheelchair, cooked meals, kissed her forehead in front of others. People praised him. They called him a hero. I was proud, blindly proud. What I didn't see were the moments behind closed doors, the impatience, the sighs, the way his voice sharpened when no one else was listening. Laura began apologizing for things that weren't her fault. Sorry I'm slow. Sorry I need help. Sorry I cost money. Those words should have alarmed me. Instead, I told myself marriage was stressful. Then I noticed bruises on her arms, faint at first, then darker. When I asked her, she smiled and said she bumped into furniture. When I asked Ethan, he snapped, "Stop interfering, Dad. You don't know what it's like living with someone like her." That sentence still makes me sick. Bills piled up, medical expenses, physical therapy. Ethan began drinking more, complaining more, calling Laura a burden when he thought no one could hear. And Laura, she stayed silent because she loved him, because she believed patience could fix cruelty. The last time I saw Laura alive in my home, she hugged me longer than usual. Her hands trembled. She whispered, "Please don't stop checking on me." I promised her I wouldn't. 2 nights later, Ethan told me he was taking Laura for a drive to clear her head. He said she'd been emotional, crying for no reason. I didn't argue. I should have. That guilt will follow me to my grave. He drove her deep into Blackwood Forest, miles away from any road lights or cell service. It was nearly midnight, cold, silent. He parked the car, pulled her wheelchair out, and rolled her toward a dirt path. Laura thought maybe he was helping her calm down. She trusted him. Then he stopped. "I can't do this anymore," he said flatly. Laura laughed nervously, thinking it was a joke. "Ethan, stop, you're scaring me." He lifted her out of the chair and dropped her onto the forest floor like she weighed nothing. Her hands scraped against rocks. She screamed. She begged. She promised she'd try harder, need less, be better. Ethan turned away. "You'll survive," he said. "Someone might find you." He drove off. What he never noticed was the man standing between the trees, a tall, silent figure who had been camping nearby. A man named Daniel Cross, former search and rescue, a man who had seen death, lies, and evil before and recognized it instantly. Daniel watched everything: the dumping, the screams, the license plate disappearing into the darkness. Laura cried until her throat bled. She dragged herself forward inch by inch, tearing skin, shattering nails until her body gave up. Cold seeped into her bones. She thought she was dying. Just before dawn, footsteps approached. Daniel wrapped her in his jacket, lifted her gently, and carried her to safety. He called emergency services. He stayed with her. He listened as she sobbed Ethan's name. And he remembered everything. Laura survived. Barely, hypothermia, severe injuries, trauma that would never fully heal. When police questioned Ethan, he lied, said Laura insisted on being left alone, said she was unstable, said it was an accident. Without witnesses, the case stalled. Ethan moved on fast, filed for divorce, told people Laura was manipulative, played the victim, and the world believed him. I didn't. Something felt wrong, too clean, too rehearsed. Months later, I received an envelope with no return address. Inside were photographs, time-stamped, Ethan's car, the forest, Laura on the ground, and a note with just 6 words. You raised him, fix it. Daniel had found me. We met in silence. He told me everything, and I broke. I cried like I hadn't since my wife died. I realized my silence had protected a monster. Together we planned quietly. Daniel leaked evidence anonymously, GPS data, photos, audio recordings of Ethan's threats Laura had secretly recorded. The case reopened. Public opinion shifted. Friends vanished, employers stepped back, Ethan panicked. In court, Laura spoke calmly, strongly, no tears, just truth. Ethan was convicted of attempted murder and abuse. As they took him away, he looked at me, confused, betrayed. I didn't look back. I visit Laura now. She rebuilt her life, slowly, strongly. She forgave me, something I may never do for myself. Some sons break their fathers' hearts. Some fathers choose justice over blood. And somewhere in Blackwood Forest, silence still remembers everything.